Have you ever wondered why things happen the way they do? Is it just chance, a random coincidence? Or is there a deeper meaning to the events that occur in your life, a hidden significance that can only be understood from a higher perspective? If you believe that your life is a continuum of related events, and that what you say and do goes beyond the words or actions, then you are approaching very close to the truth. Realize that you are not merely a physical body. You are not just a collection of atoms that is a result of an evolutionary fable. Rather, you are actually a spirit being, an immortal creature with an identity, and who occupies a physical body on a material plane. That existence is temporary, and you will someday see that it was only intended as a means to experience the eternal in a temporal context. So, bad things happen to you. Someone special died. You contracted a serious illness. There was a loss in your life, maybe even a series of losses, and that caused you tremendous grief and hardship. The tragedies continued to escalate until you were overwhelmed and began to doubt that God was real, or, if he was, that he didn't care and didn't answer prayers. And you wondered if this is what life is all about. Just a series of miseries with punctuated sporadic thrills. And you questioned the meaning of living. Take heart, because there's more to it than that. What happens to you is not an accident. Everything has meaning. Although you may not realize it, or don't realize it at the time, life is not haphazard. It is not random chance events. It is purposeful and not meaningless. For if it were without a larger significance, then whoever created you in the universe is quite unstable, changeable, unreliable, and at the very least, not to be revered or trusted. Yet, those qualities bear no resemblance to the perfect order and beauty that is evident upon observing the natural world around us. The exquisite detail, precision timing, narrow range of possibilities, and interrelated connectedness of how the world is constructed is far beyond anyone's ability to comprehend. That is the realm of God, and it is a reflection of who God is: perfect, infinite, omniscient, exceedingly wise, cognizant of every detail, action, event. In other words, he knows you on the deepest level and is fully aware of everything that is happening to you. Your every thought is completely exposed to his understanding. You are not forgotten, overlooked, or considered to be unimportant. He knows you and your circumstances intimately. You are, in fact, very special to him, for he only made one of you. In Jeremiah 29:11, God said, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Your life is planned in advance, but the direction you will take is up to you. God is taking you on a tour. He wants you to experience the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, the truth and the lies. You are in the human experience. But it's even more than that. It's a test. You are being tested. God puts you in certain situations, allows certain things to happen to you in order to see what you will do. He wants you to make choices that are pleasing to him. When everything is against you and your world is crumbling all around, and there is no one to help, he's watching and waiting. He can rescue you at any time he chooses, but he first wants to get your response. You see, what you do is of eternal significance. It doesn't only have temporary consequences, but extends into the realm of infinity, the place where you will one day find yourself. Whether you make the right choices or the wrong choices, whether you choose life or death, God already knew that from his higher perspective, because he knows both outcomes. But you did nonetheless have a choice. It was your free will decision to do good or do evil. God knew you could do both, and he also knew which one you would choose. It's a rather complex issue, that of infinity, but you did make a conscious choice nonetheless, and consequences will follow. So then, you're being evaluated to test you, to see what you'll do, to see in a time when everyone else is making the wrong choices, if you will make the right choices. There's 1,000 ways to be wrong, but only one way to be right. When everyone is calling evil good, you are standing up and shouting that evil is evil and good is good. When it's unpopular to oppose wrongdoing, you put yourself on the front line and say, take your best shot, do your worst, and then God will do his. That's the kind of person God is grooming you to become. He wants those kinds of spirit beings in heaven. He wants people who make a stand for the truth, who risk everything for obtaining a better reward in a place that's called the eternal kingdom, where everyone is like that, not just that rare aberrant individual who refuses to deny what the Bible teaches. In the end, if you pass the test, you can expect something better than what this earthly existence had to offer. But you won't get there without a struggle, without pain, without loss. You will have to make decisions which seem contrary to your human nature. Your faith will be sorely tested, and not everyone passes the test. Just remember, God is in heaven and has intimate knowledge of your circumstances. He's watching and waiting to see what you will do next. Don't give up. Hope in God, Jesus Christ. Your troubles are only a test.